Ladies and gentlemen, this article comes from Rolling Out. I want you guys to check this out. We have another situation in Texas that will really blow my mind. It happens 3 days ago. A black man found hanging in the same jail cell as Sandra Bland died in. This is blew my mind. This guy name is EVAN Lyndell Parker. He was 20. He was 34. Found hanging in the same cell where Sandra Bland died. Um, Really, we now know this is not a suicide. I'm gonna let you guys know that this is proven that this is definitely not a suicide. They claiming what Sandra Bland ruled was a suicide, and now they rule the same thing about Evan Lyndell Parker, which neither one of them is proven that the evidence showing that that is not the case. Now I'm going to read this article from Rolling Out, and will blow your mind, ladies and gentlemen. It says in July 2015, Sandra Bland was found hanging in her cell at the Walker County Jail in Texas. Her death sparked a national outcry and charges of a cover-up. Now, some 4 years later, another black inmate was found hanging not only at the same jail, but also in the same cell that Sandra Bland was found dead. The Walker County Sheriff's Office announced the death of inmate of Evan Lyndell Parker, 34, who was found hanging in his cell on January 25, 2019. Deputies at the jail summoned medical attention, and Parker was transported to a local hospital and died 2 days later. At this time, the authorities are stating that Parker's death was due to hanging in after a failed suicide attempt, which is a damn lie. But I'm going to go ahead and continue this. Parker was jailed on charges of murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for the death of Harry Parnell, 64, a co-worker at Horizon Industries in Brookshire, Texas. Police said that Parker stabbed Parnell to death at work and then wounded another man on January 9, 2019. According to the Houston Chronicle, jail officials had stated that Parker showed no signs of being suicidal, like Sandra Bland. In response to Bland's death, the Walker County Jail has undergone a review of procedures and upgrades at the facility. However, in December of 2018, regulators found that jailers still fail in fundamental tasks. Among these tasks was to check on prisoners in their cell every hour. It was found that jailers fail to do this on a regular basis, sometimes waiting as long as 2 or more hours before doing a visual check. For some, it is believed that if the jailers follow correct procedure, they would have been able to prevent Parker's death. I'm going to stop you right there. Do you think that the jailers, and you hear what this article is saying, that the jailers fail fundamental tasks to watch other prisoners? Maybe, and I may be wrong, but maybe they've been paid not to even watch those prisoners. Maybe they make it even more cover up. They paid these police officers probably played these jailers and said, let's not watch these prisoners. We got this. And cover the entire thing up. And then, just like Sandra Bland case, they make it this as a suicide attempt, which they found no evidence of. So I'm going to continue reading this. Activists are outraged and are demanding an account from officials. Walker County Sheriff R. Glenn Smith issued a statement on Facebook that reads in part, all outside agency investigations that include the Texas Rangers and Texas Commission on Jail Standards are pending along with autopsy result. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they're not going to do a damn thing. If they didn't do anything about the Sandra Bland case, how in the hell are they going to do something with this case? Now, they should have done something with the Sandra Bland case long time ago. And we've been proven time and time again that Sandra Bland didn't commit suicide or wasn't even suicide at all. And now this case, regardless of what charges that he did, whether he committed murder or whatever, you know what? And it seems to me that the due process in that state is irrelevant. I mean, they don't have due process or have rights to basically saying that, I mean, and get this, ladies and gentlemen, he basically just got into jail and he was dead. So it shows, ladies and gentlemen, that something's going on with that county jail. And it's a major cover-up involving in this. They said that the jailer was failed to watch other prisoners, and I still believe that that was the plan all along. And obviously that it's so much stuff going on in that prison system, and people still want answers of what happened to Sandra Bland. And this was 2015. And now this story. And they still do the same thing. They said that he ruled EVAN Lyndell Parker's death a suicide, which they don't have no evidence at all that he was even suicidal. Same scenario as Sandra Bland. Now you tell me that if this isn't a cover-up, I don't know what you call this. And obviously, we see time and time again, and now this got to be in a major investigation on this. And you know what? Like I told you before, they're not going to do a damn thing because they're going to say, like they did with the Sandra Bland case, he was suicidal. He was suicide by hanging. Case closed. And we all know for a fact neither Sandra Bland's case and neither EVAN Lyndell Parker's case proves no evidence that neither one of them were suicidal. But they want to cover it up because they don't want no bias, or they don't want no investigation to find out who was responsible for this. So ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think about this article. Share this video, subscribe my YouTube channel, subscribe our reaction channel, and subscribe our Black Johnson channel for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.